Welcome to Strato Income. We're here to help you make money. Today, we're going to talk more about trading options. If you have not get a chance to look at the video last week, where we talked about why you should consider options as one of the investment vehicles for you, and what are the pros and cons of trading options versus trading stocks. However, in this week, we're going to talk more about two things. One, how do you set up option tradings on your account? And then we'll talk about a Tesla trade that happened on May 1st, 2020. I assume many of you guys here already have basic TD Ameritrade stock trading platforms. So I'm going to focus more about how you can set it up and enable option tradings on your accounts. You go to my profile section, you click General. This is the part you need to focus your attention on. Option trading, as you can see, I already have my option trading enabled. I have the standard margin account. I can apply for upgrade, which will give me additional power on trading options. So let's take a step back and see how you can set it up to get to this point. If you had not enabled option trading, this is the part which you will see on your TD Ameritrade account. You will see the option trading, which is currently showing as none, and you can apply for option trading. Let's do that. Here you will be presented with a couple questions. You will be asked if you need to have margin trading. You will also need to input your full name, and then you will need to select a different type of option trading. You have the basic, covered, standard, cash, and intermediate, which is tier 2 standard margin, and the tier 3, which is advanced. So I want to pause here. Tier 2 standard margin is what you want to get. It's a perfect option for a lot of the beginners / intermediate option traders because they give you the ability to write spreads, which is a very powerful tool, and we'll go through that strategy later. But also in the meantime, it helps you to reduce some of the risk. For example, in the tier 3 advanced trading, you can write uncovered options. If you don't know what you're doing, this could be a very dangerous thing and you could lose a lot of money. So I highly recommend start with tier 2 standard margin account. Then you will be asked with a couple more questions, how is your investment style, dependence, and click all the way to the bottom and click I agree and submit. So that's that. It's a very straightforward and a simple process. And in a couple of days, you will get an email from TD Ameritrade confirming your account has been enabled. So you can go ahead and start trading options. This would be an example of the emails that you're going to receive from the TD Ameritrade. And I highly recommend the next step, after you open the account, download their very powerful Signup Swing app. Next, we talk about Tastyworks, which is, again, a very powerful trading platform focused on options and futures. It's actually started by the same guy who had created the Signup Swing platform and then later on sold it to the TD Ameritrade. So it's very straightforward. You open an account here. You put your basic email address, username, and everything. You can also refer people, and I'll provide a link down below. So I really appreciate if you use my referral code. No worries if you don't want to use that. And talk about the different pricing for trading options and stocks. After you do that, you have the account, which I'll show you next. What you will see is that you will have the individual margins, and the next step is to fund the account. You can also apply for future tradings, but it's a separate topic. We'll focus more on that next time. I highly recommend it. Download their powerful tool called Tastyworks. They have that version for PC, Mac, and iOS and Android. Last but not least, we'll talk about Robinhood. Robinhood is a very powerful platform. Compared to Tastyworks and Thinkorswim, it's much simpler and straightforward. You can pretty much do everything you wanted to do on your smartphones. So to enable option tradings, you go to the bottom right, the profile icon. You scroll to find the setup with option tradings free. Click that. Sign up for free, and we are going to ask you a couple questions, simple questions before you trade options. Sounds good? You can, if your information is up to date, you can say it's up to date. Otherwise, you can customize on the bottom. Let's say more than 3 years. But basically, what it does is to assess how familiar you are with option trading, because it is a very more advanced tool than trading stocks. Do you provide investment advice as part of a job? No, I do not. Otherwise, you will be considered as a financial advisor, which there could be conflict of interest. No, I'm not. What's your overall investment objective? Here, this question is tricky. You will be assessed by how risk averse you are in terms of your trading styles. For me, I would click sell some, but it's totally up to you guys. Ask you more questions about your income, about cash and liquid investment, and total net worth. You can submit your application. Then in the next couple minutes or seconds, you will find out if you can start trading options on Robinhood, which is a much simpler and a faster process than Tastyworks and Thinkorswim. Next, let's talk about a Tesla option trade happened on May 1st, which was Friday. To give you guys some background, it was really about the stock price dropped because of the tweets coming from Elon Musk, Elon's Twitter. So on that day, May 1st, he started to say at 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, I'm selling almost all my physical positions will own no house. And then a couple minutes later, he said Tesla stock price is too high in my opinion. This tweet happened around 8:15, and really these two tweets combined tanked the stock price of the Tesla stock. So take a look at the chart. This is the Tesla stock chart, 15-minute interval. Let's change it to 5 minutes. So on Thursday, Tesla stock surged up because a good earning report happened on Wednesday after hour. Then it kind of goes sloping down a little bit until on Friday around 8 o'clock in the morning, about here. These two tweets, look at the arrow where I'm pointing at here. The price was normal around 758, and the first tweet came out. Second tweet came out, sent the stock price drop to 683. Stopped right here. So those two tweets happened in 15 minutes to 30 minutes, and it's very big in terms of stock, but it was very even crazier when you look at options. So let me just try to recap the play for you. At 8:15, 8:30, and 9 o'clock in the morning, 45 minutes, and Elon's tweets, Tesla stock, and the option put price. So the first tweet came out. Tesla stock dropped from 748 to 716. The second tweet sent the stock price under $700 resistance level to 682. What happened was at the time, around 8:20, I bought a 620 put for the price of $25. We'll talk about those out of money put or call in the future videos. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't want to miss those kind of plays where you can join a party. And in the case that if the party crashes, you're not risking too much, but if the party went the other way, and you can actually profit a lot, which is the case we're talking about here. 9 o'clock in the morning, Tesla stock started to stabilize around $700 level because people were concerned about his tweets and there was potential risk of SEC got involved. But long story short, the stock price stayed around $700. And the put that I purchased went from $25 to $231. So I sold at this particular level here. This is a 30-minute play, and the return you can see is 824%. Again, we'll talk about how you can do those kind of plays in the future, but it just really give you the power, show you the power of how you can use options to catch those kind of dramatic events. To summarize how you can actually make trades like that happen, first, it happened on Friday. So the option usually expires on Friday. So you can pick up options really cheap on that day. And number two, of course, you have to be able to get the news and interpret it and analyze the news. You have to validate if it's true. You have to, scan it out, make your judgment call. And number three, which is really the power of the option, is you can use options, in this case, out of the money put, out of the money cost, to really participate in the play. Again, don't worry about all those terms and concepts. We'll talk about this later, but really, this case that I'm showing you guys here right now is to demonstrate how you can use options to leverage and to make profits, and making sure you also trade safely and protect yourself. We'll come back to this next week.